It's always nice whenever they say it's better to have loved and podcast than never to have nor loved or podcast, right, Zach?
Yeah, sure.
You like that, old man? You want a piece of me?
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Good morning, Vietnam! I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I feel the need for speed.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
You do? You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
What up? Happy Tuesday, movie goers. Welcome to episode 372. Welcome to Frankenweenie. And welcome to a new episode. You're listening to the Cine-Men movie podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Juan, and I'm joined by the other host, Zach.
Hey, happy early Halloween, everybody. How's everyone doing out there?
Early Halloween. It is October 28th, 2025.
Oh, wow. You really threw us back.
2025. You know that's just how this week has gone. I want to go back to being 15 and in the year 2005. But you know what? We are here. We're ready to talk about another brand new movie with you guys. Another new episode of the Cine-Men movie podcast. Zach, it is the last episode of spooky season.
Yeah, guys, we're already done with Halloween. We're on to bigger and better things for the month of November, and I can't even believe it. What do you think about it?
Man, you know what? It's insane to know that this season of October and spooky movies is kind of just came and gone. It's crazy that this just year. If you guys are just listening to us for the first time, we don't have seasons. We don't take breaks. Oh, Zach took a break. He's like, bye. But we don't take breaks. We don't take seasons. We're going on 8 years, and we have renewal seasons. So every September starts a new season, but we don't take any breaks in between. But yeah, man, this is the spooky season. This October fest is all over with, and we're just kind of hanging out and talking horror movies. It is the first time though, Zach, that we end spooky season on a lighter note with a movie like Frankenweenie.
Yeah, because usually for the last couple years, maybe not last year, but last couple years, we always ended it on a Halloween movie, whether it be one of the new ones or one of the old ones. And this was I actually picked this movie out, so it's kind of different to do on a lighter note to end Halloween on.
Yeah. And we'll get into recent watches here soon, but what I was letting everybody know is kind of been October. This Oktoberfest has kind of just flew by. This whole year, 2025 season has gone by. I was letting everybody know we don't really take breaks in between our seasons. We go from September to August is our season, but we don't take any breaks off in between. Mm-hmm. So this being our 8th calendar year, it's kind of just flown by.
Yeah, it has flown by, and we'll be in 2026 before you know it, man. That's insane.
Which good things are coming 2026. We'll go through the month of November and December before we get out of here today. But before we get into the conversation and the topic today, last week we had a look. Let's take a look back. We had a tremendous episode all about Alfred Hitchcock. We completely just discussed a bunch of Alfred Hitchcock movies. Go back and listen to last week's episode. Do yourself a pleasure. because it was actually a really good episode and it was a good conversation. So we talked Hitchcock. We ranked our top 5 Hitchcock movies. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts on iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on Facebook Live and Emus Law Productions YouTube channel. And you can find us on a network, on the Prescribed Films Network. Go to www.prescribedfilms.com and check us out there. Again, we're all over the social media. You can find all of our links in the social media, facebook.com/The Cine-Men Movie Podcast, Instagram /The Cine-Men Movie Podcast, X, formerly known as Twitter, at Cine-Men405. Or you can send us an email, CINEMEN921 at gmail.com. You can also hang out and donate to the show. Send us a little donation. Zach, obviously, look at him. He has no headphones. Get Zach a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
Donate to the podcast. Zach, I don't think you know about this, but starting this week and next week, me personally, am running a learn to podcast. It's a 2-hour seminar. You can sign up on Facebook.com /The Cine-Men Movie Podcast or the Instagram. Sign up. It's a 2-hour session. You'll get a one-on-one session with me on this stream, and you'll get to learn how to do a podcast. You can take a podcast from 10 likes and 10 downloads, and literally I will show you how to make it into a successful 10,000 download episodic podcast. I'm not going to say anymore because that's why you pay for the class. But sign up, get in. It's a one-on-one session. You don't have to worry about 5 or 6 different people in a 2-hour session. It's a one-on-one session. I already have a few people signed up for it, so continue to share, like, subscribe on the Facebook page, and let's sign you up for some how to learn how to podcast. So today, though, we are talking about Frankenweenie. But before we do, Zach, do you want to talk about any recent watches or recommendations?
Yeah, so just rapid fire through mine. Finished season 3 of Stranger Things. I'm gonna start season 4 probably here in a couple days. Went and saw Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere.
So
Jeremy Allen White, man. Can that dude
Oscar worthy?
Oh yeah, he'll get a nomination for sure. I'm not even a Springsteen fan, and I thoroughly I kind of want to see it again. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Directed by James Mangold.
I was, what if this is like the Bob Dylan cinematic universe? It did make me want. I haven't got the chance to watch it, but I wanted to come home and watch the Bob Dylan Timothy Chalamet movie, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
You've never seen that yet?
I still haven't seen it, so I know
man.
it's on Hulu and the Vudu, so have no excuse. Yeah, even if you're not a Springsteen fan, I think you would thoroughly enjoy it. Jeremy Allen White, I really do not like Jeremy Strong as an actor or even as a person, but I thought he was very, very good in this movie. And it made me want to listen to Bruce Springsteen, so got to listen to a couple of his songs when I came home. So that at least it did its job on that part.
Best picture worthy?
I don't know if it's best picture worthy, but I think we could get some performance nominations out of this for sure. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5, honestly. Maybe on the rewatch I go a little bit down, but we'll see. Watch the classic It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. You can stream that free on Apple TV right now. And went and saw on Sunday night, sent you a picture of Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D how it was originally seen. And dude, that was such an experience. That is like 3D, the way 3D was meant to be seen. It is insane. It was such a cool experience. And the movie's only an hour and 20 minutes. So what more do you need?
In and you're out.
Yep. So I'd say Charlie Brown on Apple TV and go see Springsteen. So, and Stranger Things. Just get ready for the new season. What about you?
I've kind of just been rapid fire. I was going to do the thing where I watched Friday the 13th Part 1 Halloween, and then 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3. I was just like, I don't have enough time and days, and I'm kind of getting worn out on slashers. So I watched Friday the 13th, part 1, 2, and 3. Um, give or take, how those movies are. And then I am going to finish the Halloween anthology. I'm on Halloween 1, 2, 3, 4, just finished 5. So that's always a yearly thing for me. I don't know if I'm going to watch the zombie ones or the new Jamie Lee Curtis trilogy. I think if I go the way I want, I think I'm just going to do Halloween Curse of Michael and then H2O, and I'm finished. Because there's some other stuff I want to kind of get through. I think I'm going to dig into the Universal monster movies in the next few days. They're super, super short.
Oh yeah.
And then it's also giving me a push to like get towards Frankenstein in a few weeks with that movie.
Yeah.
I also want to rewatch the Robert De Niro Frankenstein. So I want to get into that. But other than that, man, it's kind of been like a slow week. I've just been rewatching a lot of that. I did watch My Father, the BTK Killer documentary on Netflix. I didn't like it. I gave it a 1 because they just pretty much used a bunch of other stuff that we already heard and discussed. If you're into that, nothing new. I am interested in the female, is it Eileen documentary?
Oh yeah, that's the monster movie. Charlize Theron, that serial killer. Yeah.
So that comes out in a few days. I think I want to watch Monster before I watch that. So that's probably on the horizon. I wanted to get to Rebecca before today's episode, but I did not get to that movie. Have you ever seen it? You're a big Hitchcock fan. I didn't even ask you last week.
I have the Criterion. I just haven't had it. Just never seen it.
Same.
It's just one of those that I haven't got to yet.
Same. And I'm like you. I'm shocked. It's a movie that won his Best Picture for an Oscar, and I'm like, why have I not seen this yet?
Yeah.
Other than that, I did some random rewatches, like the Frankenweenie live action short, the Frankenweenie, obviously talking about it today.
Yeah.
The Purge. I'm like, man, Ethan Hawke is in some banger of horror movies, but this recent time around, I wasn't into it. The original Purge, and I think I asked you this a few weeks ago, but I'm like, man, lately, I don't know if I'm just pushing myself since Halloween's in just a few days, but I'm like, some of these horror movies, man, have not hit like they have in the past,
Well, and I think because it's like the end of the season and we're starting to get into Christmas and Thanksgiving and everything, like, after Halloween, you don't really want to watch slasher movies since you just like binge watch a lot of them,
I think it's also like, if anybody else has this out there too, please send in some emails or some comments. Tradition when it comes to movie watching, do you ever get in the mood of you're just like, man, I know it's tradition, I know I watch it every year, but I'm just not feeling it this year? Or do you put too much pressure on yourself to sit down and watch something?
Because it was announced today that they're re-releasing the Jim Carrey Grinch for its 25th anniversary back in theaters in December. I was just like, oh dude, oh yeah, I'll be doing that, because I remember seeing that in theaters, and it's kind of a nice little 25 years later get to re-experience it in the theater. So even if I don't see it in the theater, which I hope I will, that's one every Christmas season I gotta watch.
But there's never like you put it in and you're just like, it's background noise, I'm just gonna play on my phone.
No, usually if it's something like a traditional movie I want to watch, I'll wait, because I haven't seen it in a year. It's kind of a new experience for me. Now I've said this on the show before. For Christmas, I always try to watch a Christmas movie I've never seen. Sometimes that's difficult, where it's just like, you know what, I'm tired, I don't really want to watch this. I usually wait till like Christmas Eve night to watch it. So
the new Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson movie, Song Sung Blue, about Neil Diamond singers, looks great.
I've heard about this, but I've never like seen the trailer to it. So any big things anything you want to recommend, or just kind of like kind of a slow week?
We'll do aces of movies. Thank you for the comment. If I had to recommend anything, me personally, I believe Frankenweenie is on Disney Plus. We're gonna get into that here very shortly. Dude, if I had to recommend anything this week, it would just probably be like binge watch whatever Halloween movies, not Michael Myers theme, but any spooky season movies you can that's on Peacock or whatever. Because guess what? Unlike what I have behind me, when you stream it, when it's on Peacock, some of those horror movies they take away on November 1st.
Yeah.
So if I can get into this little, it's not a rant, but if I can get into just the sound of physical media right quick, look it up. Whatever you can watch in the next few days before November the 1st hits, go watch it, because it is it could be taken off any kind of streaming site in the next few days. Go to your local Walmarts, get some $5 horror movie budget movies, because
They'll be gone after the first week.
yeah. So some of those things are kind of going away. So that's the pleasure and the best thing about owning your physical media. So, but yeah, go check out some horror movies on Peacock. They're not a sponsor, but I'm just going to slowly plug them this week. But yeah, let's dig into what we're getting ready to talk about. Today we are talking about Frankenweenie. Currently on IMDb, it's got a 6.9, Rotten Tomatoes score of 87%, a Metascore of 74%, with a budget of $39 million. It grossed a little over $81 million at the box office. Directed by Tim Burton, starring Catherine O'Hara, Martin Landau, Martin Short, Charlie Than, Winona Ryder, and written by Tim Burton, John August, and Leonard Rips. When a boy's beloved dog passes away suddenly, he attempts to bring the animal back to life throughout a powerful experiment. This movie, again, I say, is streaming on Disney+. Zach, Frankenweenie was your pick with an October 5th, 2012 release date. You go first. What was it like watching this movie for the first time, if you can remember, and what was it like revisiting it for the podcast?
Yeah, I was home for, I think, fall break, and we went and checked this out, and I saw this in the theater at the Warren. I Since the first time I saw it, I've always really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It's one that I try to get to every Halloween season, because it's really grown. It's really developed a special place in my heart. And on this rewatch, yeah, I have all the same feelings for it. It's a really quirky, gothic, very, very Tim Burton film is the best way to describe it.
Oh, speaking of Tim Burton, I'd never seen it before Sunday. This movie, as soon as this was over, made me want to watch Corpse Bride. Watch Corpse Bride too. Highly recommend that one.
Which is celebrating 20 years this year. So,
you know what, Frankenweenie? I remember watching it for the first time. I purchased this very Blu-ray in 2012 at FYE. Whenever it came out around Christmas, I believe. I think 3 months later after the theater release. I think it came out around like December, January.
mm-hmm.
So bought it, watched it. This is one of those movies that I remember watching when I first bought it. I think I was like 22, 23 when I watched it. Revisited it for the episode. It's good. It's fine. I'll say it's fine. It's one of those. It's like, it's a product of its time. It's a Tim Burton, trying to catch lightning in a bottle again, like he did with Nightmare Before Christmas, and using his stop motion stuff. And he finally made his short into a big budget animated film. So let's dig into it, Zach. It's also one of those things that, like, maybe I don't know. And see, let's talk about it, because you're such an old school Frankenstein monster movie.
Mm-hmm.
Are you never not like, instead of Frankenweenie, like, if I want to watch Frankenstein, I'll just watch Frankenstein. I know that it's a better movie. It's a masterpiece. That's where I'm setting on this. And maybe it's because, kids movies to me now, maybe because I've had kids and I've had to endure them for so long. Maybe I'm like, it's fine. But if I
Yeah.
want to watch Frankenstein, I'm going to watch the masterpiece behind me. It's right over there.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, this is essentially a Frankenstein parody at the end of the day. It is a kids film, like you said. I think it really toes the line between a PG and a PG-13 kids film, to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know how to describe it because it's just like I think maybe because I saw it in the theater, I have that nostalgia for seeing it in the theater. I
Yeah.
just really I appreciate this movie a lot more than the original Frankenstein, the Boris Karloff one, which I think, like you said, it's a masterpiece of movie, and I'm really excited. We're going to be talking about. We didn't even plan. We didn't. We didn't accidentally plan this. We're going to be talking about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein here in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited to see his version of it.
Did
But
you? Oh, I'm surprised you didn't go see that in theaters.
we didn't get a release of it.
It was showing somewhere today, or not today, but it was showing somewhere this past week because I had somebody say that they were going to go see it.
I wish I'd known because I would have loved to seen that in the theater. It was probably like one of those like Quell Springs 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night type thing that
Yeah.
only a handful of people got to see. But no, I've always preferred this version of the Frankenstein story because it's just so. It's Tim Burton doing what Tim Burton does, is just doing like really bizarre, macabre characters that you kind of feel for. And I have a dog. I've had 2 dogs in my life, and when something happens to that dogs are almost like family members for a lot of people. And if I had the ability to resurrect my dog, I would. It's very much that if you had that ability to do it, I would.
What kind of dog you got now?
A miniature schnauzer, so it's almost not like Sparky, but kind of does the same tricks. So
yeah. I mean,
what is it like? Is it because it's so Tim Burton-y that you're just like, or is it just
no, because to me it's like I think it's the opposite because, like I said, I watched Corpse Bride right after that movie, and I'm like, oh, that's very Tim Burton-y, and it even has dumb little songs in it that I didn't think I was gonna like, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know what it is about Frankenweenie though. I'm not giving this a bad grade of a movie. Definitely don't get me wrong on that. I watched it twice, and both times I watched it, I was just like, I kind of got bored with it. I was like, it's fine. I don't think it needed to be an hour and 40 for something minutes.
it's an hour and 26 minutes, but I agree with you. Every time I see this, if I had a nitpick or something negative about it, I feel like we could have cut this. This could have been a Universal Monster movie. Just do an hour and like 13 minutes.
Corpse Bride was only an hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah.
So, okay, my biggest issue with this movie is that the scenes where I do get bored with this is right after he brings the dog back to life, and then everybody else is starting to bring different animals back to life, or they're wanting to mutate the different animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I have the issue with, is like from the scene where they're, from the ending scene where you think Sparky dies, and they plug him up with different cars to where everybody's like, everybody's like resurrecting, like the dog, the cat, and the bat scene.
Yeah.
And then, see, I don't know if this is going backwards on it or not, but I feel like Tim Burton threw so many Easter eggs in there this time around when I watched it this past time that I'm like, almost every other scene felt like an Easter egg scene.
I like to his other films, or just the like horror B movie, like
no. To his other movies.
Oh yeah,
like some of the stuff from Nightmare Before Christmas was in there. Batman Returns was in there.
I could have swore, I don't know why I thought this on this time I watched it. I could have swore that the windmill was from Edward Scissorhands. Like that town just seemed very Edward Scissorhands to me.
Well, see, I kind of got the opposite feel. I was like, Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. No, but I would agree that there is a lot of homage, definitely, to the the outline skeleton of this movie is the 1930s Frankenstein, essentially. And so, I mean, like even all the way up to the part where Sparky fights the cat winged creature in the fire windmill. I mean, and that you have the townspeople getting their fire and pitchforks. It's just like, okay, we get it. But I don't know. And something else I really enjoy is just like all the different character designs. It's just like each one is like their own different look, and I really appreciate that.
I do appreciate. Don't get me wrong. This is a beautiful, beautiful movie as far as the way it's shot, the way the colors are, with it being a dark black and white movie. Sometimes while I was watching this, I was like, man, I kind of want to see what this movie would have been like in color, because I bet it would have just popped and stood out, like Nightmare Before Christmas does. And if there's a 4K copy, I don't have it. I don't even know if it exists. But just rewatching this on Blu-ray, I'm like, everything still just looks so good as far as, with this being a little over 10 years old. The colors, even though it's black and white, the black and white scenes just pop out and look extraordinary. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's because it's a Disney Blu-ray and it's, but I'm like, again, it looks really, really good.
No, I totally agree. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like the black and white instead of the color. I just think it kind of adds a little bit more of
It does.
the creepiness to it, if there is any. That world is so it's so dark, it's so almost like dreary, but there's like a lot of like comic stooginess to it, where like the experiment with the the two kids with the bottle rockets in the jetpack, where it goes horribly wrong, is a great scene. And all the different characters, like, you have your main Victor, and then you have Igor or Edgar, which is essentially the Hunchback character from the original film.
Yeah.
Elsa Van Helsing, which I thought was a great little Easter egg. Weird. I like how Weird Girl is just called Weird Girl. And she doesn't even have a name. That character right there with the cat.
Oh, played by, that's Christina Ricci, right?
I think
Or
so.
not Christina Ricci.
I think it's Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder, yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like Christina Ricci.
Yeah, that's probably why. So
I thought it was, the characters, Catherine O'Hare, Martin Landau. I like how Martin Landau's character, the teacher, looks like Vincent Price.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was, another
Easter egg.
Yeah. Some of the scenes, though, are just kind of like super fun. They're funny. Like the bottle rocket scene with the Mentos and the Diet Coke.
Yeah.
So, did you go see this in 3D?
No, that's another one I wish I had seen in 3D. It was just regular theatrical showing. The 3D probably in this movie probably looks pretty good. You can probably take a guess at what that would look like.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I like how you have if you go back to the Sparky the dog. I mean, he looks like Frankenstein. He has the wounds all over him. He's stapled and scissored back together. He looks like what a Frankenstein dog would look like. And I like how when he plays, his ear falls off, his nose falls off. It's
the fly comes out of his wound.
Yeah.
When he drinks the water,
it gas gets out of his incisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the live action version of this?
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Comes on the Blu-ray if you have it.
Yeah, it's on the Blu-ray. I forgot Shelley Duvall was in it.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Dang it, I had his name on the tip of my tongue. Daniel Stern.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are not familiar with Daniel Stern, that's Marv from Home Alone 1 and 2. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I would have liked to see him do a live action movie of this, like Tim Burton. Not today, but maybe like instead of the Frankenweenie animated movie, maybe a live action long version of it.
Yeah. I think you could do that. I think it's very doable. I think you could do this still with, I mean, you would have to have a CGI dog in some parts, but I think you could get away with, they did it in the original theatrical shorts, so I don't know why they couldn't do it with a big budget live action version of it.
You know what else I kept thinking about when I was watching this was Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of Pet Cemetery to this, yeah.
Another thing I wanted to point out is it's because I heard it in the news this past week, and we're going to be talking about it at the end of the year. But Johnny Depp supposedly has signed up to play Scrooge
Let's go.
in somebody's revisioned version of A Christmas Carol. And I'm like, has it not been linked yet? Is maybe Tim Burton directing a Christmas Carol movie?
Oh, you don't know who's directing it?
I don't know who's directing it. I just know that Johnny Depp supposedly is signed up to play Scrooge.
It's directed by Ty West from the X trilogy, so I can't even imagine what that's going to be like.
Wait a minute. So it's not a rumor that he really is signed up to play.
Yeah, I think that that's confirmed that he's going to do Scrooge next year. That's his next. That's like his comeback movie, I guess. And Ty West is directing. I can't even imagine.
Is it an A24 movie?
I don't think so. If it is, oh dear God, help us.
You know what we're doing next December,
right? Go ahead and plan on it. No, it's I'm surprised Johnny Depp's not in this. I think he could have played. I think he could have played either the dad or the science teacher.
Yeah,
but I like how Martin Landau. I think that was one of his last movies that he did. That fits that character. His voice does.
You think somebody's out there saying, "Would you guys just shut up? It's a kids' movie. Just give it a 5-star review and get on with your life."
No, don't worry about it. No. Don't worry about it. It's Paramount Plus. It's a Paramount picture, so it's not A24.
Oh wow! This is Ty. So I think this is going to be Ty West's first full-length feature film without featuring A24.
Yeah. November 13th of next year. So go ahead and mark your calendar.
Oh, so it's coming out. It's coming out next year.
Yeah, it's a theatrical release. Yeah.
Wow.
So that'll be interesting.
You know what though? All movies aside, good for Johnny Depp. Can we just say that? Can we give Johnny Depp his flowers a year before the movie comes out?
Yeah.
All the stuff he had to go through, all the roles that was probably lost, all the money that he had probably lost, all the bed sheets that he had to throw away. Let's just applaud Johnny Depp for getting back out there when most people would probably, maybe, including myself, I would have just crawled back underneath a rock and probably not even tried to do another movie.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he's trying to get back out there, and I think the public's ready to welcome him back.
And I think, thank you for Ty West, maybe for giving him a shot. I know Tim Burton probably would have been like, let me be the first director to bring you back, but I'm sure that's somewhere down the line. But man, I really do hope this plays out for Johnny Depp well. And, I think it's fitting that he gets to play a beloved Christmas character who gets a second chance.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I totally agree, man. It's, and I think Ty West, I've only seen X. I haven't seen Pearl. Is it Pearl or Pearl?
You haven't seen Pearl or Maxine yet?
I haven't seen those two yet. No.
What are you doing?
I wasn't a big fan of X. I'll just say that. So.
Well, you know what? You're a fan of old school cinema.
I know. You said that.
So go back.
Pearl is very much like a love letter to the Wizard of Oz. I know.
Yeah, and you should go back and watch Maxine too. So, Zach, you got homework to do this week, my friend.
But I will say, watching X, Ty West does have a very distinct style of filmmaking, and I think that could be interesting with A Christmas Carol.
I'll say this one last thing about those two movies to try to sell you on them is you don't have to go back and rewatch X to enjoy those two movies.
Yeah, because aren't they technically? I know Pearl's a prequel, but isn't Maxine a prequel too?
Maxine's a sequel, but like I said, you don't need to go back and watch X.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, on that note, what is it about Frankenweenie that is this a movie that you revisit every September, October, or was it just like, you know what, I want to talk about this movie on the podcast, so let's revisit it, or are you going to revisit it anyway?
I was going to try to revisit anyway, but we had an extra slot open. And I was just like, you know what, let's do something we haven't done. We really haven't done like this type of, and we've done Tim Burton movies, but we really haven't done this type of animation before. So let's give it a shot. I even considered doing Corpse Bride, even I haven't seen it, and it's celebrating 20 years this year, so that probably would have been an interesting conversation.
So you've never seen it either?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No.
so Sunday was my first time watch.
And I'll be honest, like and this is going to sound hypocritical of me, but like I really enjoy this movie, but like
you don't enjoy Nightmare Before Christmas.
Dude, I'm about to get so much hate mail. I have never actually officially seen that movie. It just never appealed to me, honestly.
You guys can send hate mail to Zach at cinemen921@gmail.com. No, with all due respect, I mean, I think it's just one.
I think people have overhyped it to the point where it's just like, is it really that good?
So I've seen it like numerous times, and it's one of those movies that now it's just like, oh, it's background noise. I can probably recite it word for word if I really tried.
Mm-hmm.
The way you feel about Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm not going to say I feel that way about Frankenweenie because it's not overhyped at all. But I'm just like, if you were to put in Nightmare Before Christmas and watch it, you'd probably be like, oh, okay, I'm going to play on my phone for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fine. I guarantee you, if you watched it on Disney Plus tonight, next Tuesday at 7:30 on a new episode of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast, I'm sure your grade would be, it's fine.
I mean, and this movie is actually shorter than Frankenweenie. It's only an hour and like 15 minutes. So
yeah.
But it's also like every year they re-release it for the theater. You everywhere you go for Halloween decorations, that's one of the core things that you can see or buy, and it's just like, okay. And that's part of the reason I'm just like, I don't know, I'm good. I don't know if I really need to watch it. You
should develop a new tradition for every spooky season. You should watch a new spooky movie that you haven't seen, and I think Nightmare Before Christmas should be the first one.
Yeah,
and we talk about it not as an episode, but we talk about it as a recent watch next week.
Well, Stranger Things ain't gonna watch themselves. So.
Speaking of spooky season, man, I'm kind of just gathering everything up from spooky season and just throwing it into this one episode. Do you visit the Halloween store? The Spirit Halloween?
What do you like
the Spirit Halloween Superstore? Yeah.
Not so much Spirit Halloween, but like At Home and Home Goods. My mom loves those two stores. They have a lot of like different Halloween decorations. So yeah, I mean, I guess the answer is yes, but those stores are open year round, so
what did you like the little trope with the little poodle that became like the Bride of Frankenstein?
Yeah. I mean, it's a cute homage. I mean, that's really all you can say about it. Speaking of which, I guess this is the year of Frankenstein because we get Del Toro's Frankenstein, and then we're getting Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, which is like an updated version of The Bride of Frankenstein next year. Have you seen that? It's Christian Bale as Frankenstein and Jessie Buckley as the Bride. Have you seen that trailer?
I have not. When does it come out?
March of next year. I'll have to send that to you because it's so. It looks like a Tim Burton movie, but it's like shot like very like 1950s New York style.
Did Frankenstein become public domain this year or something? Or
I don't know, but people must have like a infinity for Frankenstein this year. I don't know.
Speaking of, whose was it? It was a episode. It was a. Is it Sam Raimi is coming out with a new horror movie next year in January? Yep. I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer for that. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty good. Rachel McAdams, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I like her.
So, rounding this out, you got any favorite scenes? Even though I kind of get the temperature. It's like it's fine, I get it. But like, is there anything is there a scene that popped out to you?
So the dog, where the fly comes out of his wound, the water he drinks. I like the scene where the pop bottle rocket scene with the Mentos, falling off the roof.
Mhm.
Bringing the actual dog back to life, I thought was cool. The see-through fish scene is
Yeah.
is really entertaining. Um, I didn't like I like the ending, but I didn't like the mixture of the monsters leading up to it. But I did like the bat cat attacking the dog, and the pinwheel scene. Even though it's just a redirection of Frankenstein, of course, obviously, I do think it's like beautifully shot and the camera's well placed. And then
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's always a 5 out of 5 when you have Danny Elfman doing the music and the score.
Yeah, like what was so funny? Like the opening score to this film, I was like, oh, that's definitely Danny Elfman. And then like music by Danny Elfman comes on the screen. I was like, wow, that's like so on the money about that.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is definitely, if you had never seen a Tim Burton movie ever, or you don't even know, you've seen his movies but don't know his name, you could easily say, oh, that looks like Corpse Bride, or that looks like Nightmare Before Christmas. Like I said, this even kind of to extent looks like Edward Scissorhands and Sleepy Hollow,
Yeah.
So
And then you know what? Anytime that they had the great Martin Landau, that voice on
mhm.
screen, it was fun. I think Catherine O'Hara plays two different characters as well. Her voice stands out. Um, at the end,
This came out the same year as Dark Shadows. I forgot about that.
everybody else did too. I do say Martin Short voicing the dad at the end when he's trying to be, it's supposed to be like a sad scene. I'm like, I can't
It
take
doesn't
this.
work.
I can't take it seriously with Martin Short, but I
Yeah.
love Martin Short. So,
Yeah.
What about favorite scene for you, Zach?
I'm gonna say, like you said, the experiment of bringing Sparky back to life was great. The whole the kids, Edgar, that character I thought was a great addition to it's just a great character design. And I enjoyed him when he was on screen. I will say, like, as a character moment, when Sparky goes back to the cemetery and he kind of lays where he was originally buried, I thought was actually really like, wow, this is actually really deep and dark and
It is dark.
to a certain extent. And
Very
then the
good.
whole turtle Godzilla thing, I enjoyed it. It's very much like, yeah, we're gonna go there. This is a B horror movie, so let's just do it. And then bringing Sparky back to life with the cars, I thought that was actually kind of a cool idea. So
When the cars started revving up, I was like, family.
is Frankenweenie, should it be retitled Frankenweenie, a Fast and Furious story?
Fast weenie.
Yeah. Maybe we can pitch it to Universal.
Hey, star rating for Frankenweenie. I think it's a fun, ghostly, spooky season kind of movie this time of year. Cold weather, black and white. I like it, but it's not going to be something I grab every year. I'm going to give it a 3. I still think a 3 is a very good score. That's just my thoughts. Zach?
Yeah, to whoever the emailer said, just go ahead and give it a 5 and be done with it. Yeah, I'm giving it a 5. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies, and I look forward to rewatching it every year. So I got the Blu-ray, but it's locked in the closet back there. So
where's it at, Zach? You're supposed to whip it out.
I really tried to go find the 3D version of this. I don't have a 3D TV, but just to own it, but it's nowhere to be found. So
Nowhere to be
but
found.
this man over here to my left could probably find it.
Man, you know what? Yeah, I was looking at some of these movies earlier, Zach, and I'm just like, do I have it in me to get rid of another 200? I'm like, not a chance. Not a chance.
The 200 that got cut needed to be cut.
And I guess so. I didn't even want to cut them, but they got cut, and I'm not doing anymore. So, but Zach, man, that wraps up spooky season, man. I can't believe it. Spooky season 2025 is in the books. Our Oktoberfest is completely and utterly almost over. We just got a few more minutes, and then it's on to November. Zach, what are we doing the first week of November, Tuesday on November the 4th?
Tuesday, November the 4th, we're talking about Hook 'em, Matthew McConaughey's brand new movie, The Lost Bus, which is currently streamed on Apple TV. So I think we're both excited to see it. The next week,
November 11th.
November the 11th, we're talking about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which will be, I guess, an extension of this podcast to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It will be streaming on Netflix on November 7th.
Can't wait for that. The following week.
All right. We're talking about Dallas Buyers Club, which is the reason what kind of started this whole Matthew McConaissance podcast trilogy. We're going to be talking about the movie that got him the Oscar. So looking forward to that.
Tuesday, November the 18th. That should be a fun conversation. Tuesday, November the 25th.
We go back to the theater to watch Wicked for Good. So we did Wicked earlier this year. So I think that was the episode that we did right before our 2024 review episode.
Yeah.
So we're going to end the month for Wicked for Good. And then December is even going to be more packed than that.
Tuesday, November the 2nd.
We talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Matthew McConaughey, and we will be giving our top 5 Matthew McConaughey movies.
Zach?
Oh, you want to talk about this one? Because I know you are deeply excited about this.
Tuesday, November the 9th. We talked about The Godfather Part 1 a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. In just a few short weeks, Tuesday, December the 9th, we're talking The Godfather Part 2. And I might get a little sentimental here, but this movie sets up what the year 2026 is going to be all about for this podcast. And usually every year we dedicate the podcast to, whether it be a director, an actor, an actress, we have some kind of theme. Mm-hmm. I'm announcing it here. The theme for 2026 is going to be, we're going to talk about IMDb's top 150 movies. Some of them we've talked about, so we're not going to cover. We might touch on them very, very lightly, but we're going to talk about some of the most iconic movies in film history in the year 2026. And it all starts December the 9th with The Godfather Part 2. You know, they say that many sequels don't live up to the original. I can say that this is one sequel that not only lives up, but may even surpass the original movie. We'll have that conversation Tuesday, December the 9th. And then, Zach, Tuesday, December the 16th. How's this for an idea?
Yeah, Tuesday, December the 16th, we're just talking about A Christmas Carol. There are nearly like 50 different versions of it, whether it be Scrooge, whether it be the George C. Scott version, the Jim Carrey version, even the Muppets. We're going to be talking about Christmas Carol and just our thoughts on just that franchise, I guess you could call it, and where is its place in the Christmas film anthology.
And then Tuesday, I'll make this announcement. It's no big deal, but we're human. Tuesday, December the 23rd and Tuesday, December the 30th, we're not having an episode. We're going to hang out with extra members of our family. We're going to spend some quality time with me, myself, and with Zach. We're gonna just kind of take 2 weeks. We're gonna swallow and indulge that turkey, that cranberry sauce, the ham, the presents, the gifting, the love, the family, whatever it is you want to do during the holiday season. That's what we're gonna do, because family is important. And we're gonna come back fresh January 6th, 2026. And that month has not officially been mapped out yet. That announcement will come in real soon. But yeah, we'll take the last 2 weeks of December off. So December, we only have 3 episodes. It's the Matthew McConaughey year-end episode. The Godfather Part 2, and then A Christmas Carol for the months of December. So I can't wait. The next 2 months are going to be jam-packed, fun conversations that only me and Zach can deliver. So
Yeah. It's going to be epic end of the year, so we got a lot coming up. So strap yourself in.
Other than that, Zach, I think that's going to do it for Frankenweenie. Until then, next week. All right.
Happy Halloween, and everyone stay safe.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody have a safe and happy Halloween. Don't forget, Halloween is this Friday. So yeah, be safe, have fun, get some candy, and don't forget to hook 'em. We'll see y'all next Tuesday for another new episode of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast.